Okay, please do the share screen, Pak Nanda. Okay, so we will present our paper entitled The Importance of Students' Character Building in Disruption Era. Our team consists of Miss Heni Susilawati, Adi Sherway Kristia, myself, Mr. Nanda Surya Pamungkas, and Aldi Priyo, our student. Please show the next slide, Mr. Nanda. It is with heavy heart, Miss Heni Susilawati and Aldi Priyo cannot join us today due to another activity outside the town. Okay, so next slide. We will then go to the introduction. Next slide, please. So as a low basics lecturers, we come from Law of Republic Indonesia, number 20, 2003, concerning the national education system that explains education is a conscious effort to prepare students through guidance, teaching, and alternate activities for their future roles. Thus, next slide, we conclude three key points that includes character building, secondly, students, and third, disruption era. Okay, we will directly go to next slide. Discussion. Next slide, please. The first law that we will discuss in discussion part is Presidential Regulation number 80, year 2017, concerning strengthening character education, and secondly, Regulation of the Ministry of Education and Culture number 20, year 2018, concerning strengthening character education. So in these 2 years, both President and Minister of Education have concern in strengthening character education. Next slide. Okay, I will discuss more about this part. The scope of change in disruption era is wide, starting from ranging to business, transportation, social society, and education. The disruption era has created various revolutions in the education system, as Plato notably said that education makes good men act nobly. Next point. The output of great character building is that students can become problem solvers with critical thinkers and also with high empathy. Problem-solving abilities, critical thinking, and creative thinking are the essence of educational goals that are necessary for students to face the real world. Improving the ability to think critically is urgent to be developed, especially at this time, which is full of life problems and challenges, which is definitely requires character building. It is with no exaggeration that education sector requires the nation's next generation to become critical thinkers to face challenges and survive confidence. The Law of Republic Indonesia number 20 2003 has said that as Indonesian, we believe that God the Almighty, we believe in noble character, in knowledge, in creativity, and in independence. Meanwhile, Presidential Regulation number 87 in 2017 said that both ethics, aesthetics, literacy, and kinesthetics are essential to human being, and it needs to be cooperated between schools, family, and society. The regulation of the Minister of Education in the next year, in 2018, also state that character education means religiosity, nationalism, integrity, and mutual cooperation, also independence. It is hoped that by getting used to it, character can become habituation for students so that goals of national education can be realized and can synergize with the independence in learning and be carried out inside or outside the campus. Through integrating character building in the educational process, students can directly apply it in various potential, including campus and also another activity outside the campus. Students can also learn the outcome with respect for the environment, integrating the local potential that student has and also the student's curiosity supported by a lot of potential that they own. It is believed that will become the resource, become the service for the art, culture, and local wisdom. Local wisdom also teaching materials for students to achieve their competencies and also to make them familiar with their surrounding culture. Students must have strong moral strength and also good character, both in academic and non-academic sector. Character education in academic activities is in the form of learning and teaching. It is needed with both the student and lecturer to be applied in attitude, also character values. Conclusion. Lecturers and students must involve in character building process in this disruption era. Thus, in the living in society, we can strive in accordance with regulation, will not be valueless, and the most important, will not be eroded by various threat, inspired by long story of heroic independence of Indonesia. I will add one more sentence before the closing. As we all know, the long story of Indonesia has noted that students have a very important role. So, various major events from now on must make a student as their leaders and also their agent of change. Thank you for your attention. We will close this presentation with a famous song for youth in Indonesia, which is Bangun Pemudi Pemuda. Thank you for your attention.